two, one. Log Talk Radio.
Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I'm going to tell you how you can get a woman obsessed with you. How you get a girl to really be feeling you, right? So
what's going on, everybody? www.themanmindset.com. It's your boy, the Dean. Class is in session. You know what, guys? What I want to talk to you guys today about is attraction. And the thing for a lot of you guys is that you think you get a pass straight to attraction immediately. That's not going to happen. In order to do that, you have to make sure you get curiosity.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to the Dating Advice Hour with your hosts, Mr. Locario and Steve the Dean Williams. This show will teach you how to keep conversations going, how to be more attractive, more confident, more masculine, how to be better at knowing what to say to a woman, and have a more satisfied dating and sex life. Mr. Locario is the bad boy of the dating game. Badboymembership.com is where you can go to step up your game, as Mr. Locario provides you with detailed step-by-step dating advice, audio, video tutorials every month. Steve the Dean Williams has been teaching men about dating, sex, and manhood for over 25 years. From building yourself to having the perfect marriage. His website is www.themanmindset.com. The call-in number is 515-605-9373. That's 515-605-9373. Take it away, guys.
Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's going on, fam? What's up with you?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, man? How's life?
Hey, man, it's another week of helping these guys out.
Right.
Up and you know what we do. Why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, how they can get at you, fam?
Yeah, man. So you guys, you could always hit me up at mrlocario.com or badboymembership.com. So when you join the Bad Boy membership, you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials. So, you could hit me up on there. Also, make sure you get my critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, which is off the hook. Yeah, that's how we get it in. You feel me?
No doubt, man. www.themanmindset.com. Guys, don't forget we have a 1-hour show that we're going to be doing later on this evening. Also, guys, we do have a membership as well where we're going to start putting all of our information on the membership, and we'll discuss all that later on tonight. But anyway, if y'all want to call in, the number is 515-605-9373. That's 515-605-9373. If you have a question, press 1. If not, we got to read 3 emails apiece, and then we're going to wrap this hour up. So how we do it, we do it. So who's going first, fam?
You can go first.
I would love to go first. All right, let's go first. Let me read the first email. And it is saying, Steve, how to impress a woman on the first date. To me, and I know you always say first dates are important, and it plays an important role in finding a partner everyone wishes to have. And doing our best on the first date is essential. With that being said, how do I impress a girl I just met for our first date? Bam.
Man, okay. All right, so look, this is the thing. I would say, don't worry about impressing her, and that's how you're going to impress her. You feel what I'm saying? So, just all you got to do when you're on your first date, really, is create that connection, because that's the most important thing. You gotta be able to interact with her, flirt with her, see if there's any type of chemistry between you and her, so that you can get second and third dates, so that you can see her later, so that you can end up, being in situations where you can have sex. So what I would say is don't worry too much about impressing her. Just focus on, asking her questions. Focus on getting to know what type of girl she is. You understand? And also making sure that you're flirting and building sexual tension, because that's the thing that's going to get the girl sort of like emotionally invested in you. So that's the most important part, really, when it comes to the first date. It's not about impressing her per se. It's more so how do I get her emotionally invested in me to actually want to keep seeing me? You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that's really the most important thing if you want to continue to do something with this girl. Because a lot of times, the reason why guys get like flaked on or a girl doesn't like call them back or whatever is because he didn't create a situation where she felt emotionally invested to this dude. You understand? To want to keep going. So I would say when you're on that date, flirt, build some sexual tension, just have fun on the date, but don't worry too much about trying to impress her, because when you try to impress her, you're making it just about her. You understand? And then therefore there's no connection that's being made because she's not actually being able to see who you are, what you're about, the type of guy you are, because you're so busy trying to impress her. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, just focus on really creating that connection on that first date. Steve, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, the thing is guys, I don't want you to try, like Willis LaCar said, I don't want you to try to impress her on the first date. I want her already to be impressed by you before the first date. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of guys out there, I want you to know what you want to do, number one, but also listen, I don't want the first date to be what a lot of guys do, Miss Lucario, is they have the first date. Okay, they meet the woman and they don't talk to her or they don't text her. And I'm not saying you got to bug her and all the other stuff, but you should be able to get all the bullshit out of the way early on. So when you have the date, it can be more fun and flirty. That's what I want for you guys. Mm-hmm. I want the first date to be hugs and kisses and you all up on each other. I don't want her to be across from you, you be across from her, and y'all are playing Q&A. No, that's what a lot of guys do. What I want you to do is, number one, when you first meet her, you should impress her by the way you approach her. You should impress her by the way you tell her to call you. And when you get on the phone or text her, you should impress her with great conversation. It's the conversation that's going to impress her because most guys don't know how to talk to women. Most guys don't know how to tell women what they want in a what I call a non-flirty, non-sexual way. Look, she knows you want to fuck. We did that. Look, guys, as soon as you walk up to her, she already knows you want to fuck. So you don't even need to tell her you want to fuck. That's already on the table. What you got to do is you got to show her that, you know what? It is all about me, number one. And it is never about you. And what are you going to do? What are you going to bring to the table to me for me to spend my time where I could be fucking somebody else or talking to somebody else to spend with you? That's the attitude you got to have when you get with these women. Ms. LaCar, what do you have on that one, fam?
Yeah, that's I agree, man. Like, you got to have that attitude where, you know that once you're on this date, there's going to be that connection. You understand? Once you're on this date, that she's going to be having fun. Once you're on this date, that she's going to want to deal with you and fuck with you and all the other stuff. So, a lot of times it's just really, getting to the point where when you're on the date, you understand, you're just really like getting things going just a little bit more. You're making her like feel that energy a little bit more. So it's kind of like when she's on that date, because again, if the girl's into you, she's going to be excited to see you. You see what I'm saying? So all you really need to do at this point, you understand, is continue to really make this shit happen. You understand? You got to really, be able to do things on the date to where it's going to be memorable, to where she's going to want to yearn for more. You understand? So a lot of times, what happens with a lot of guys, and the reason why they don't get second dates or girls don't call them back or whatever it is because within the date, there's nothing memorable happened. There's nothing that she connected with that was really fun. You understand what I'm saying? So, and also too, like you were saying, Steve, where it should be like hugs and kisses and that type of interaction because, excuse me, because the thing is, there has to be that sexual connection. And I think guys just like they kind of like let that slide, or they don't really like take that too seriously. But that's like a really big thing when it comes to connecting with a woman. You have to have that sexual chemistry there. And in order for that to happen, you have to actually, start that. You have to jumpstart that. You can't be too laid back and expect for that sexual chemistry to happen. So you have to really jumpstart that. And I feel like that's the thing that's going to make a big impact when it comes to you interacting with women, in the long run. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, guys out and real quick, guys, the thing with a lot of you guys out there, we know you want women. We know you want to fuck them. But what you don't know is how to get from that point A to point B. And that's what this show is here for. That's what the Bad Boy membership is for. And that's what the Man Mindset is here, is we're here to fill in those gaps, because a lot of you guys don't understand that approaching a woman has nothing to do with the game. And a lot of you guys are having problems with that. Once you get in, you always going to stumble because you don't know what to say or do next. And that's what these shows are for. You got the Gario.
All right, cool. So, all right. So this one right here, this question is actually for me and you, Steve. So this guy wanted me to address this on the show. So he said, how can a dating coach tell guys how to date if he's married?
Okay, that's the question. Wait, Mr. Carr, we fell off. Mr. Carr, you there?
So aren't you guys out the game?
Wait, Mr. Lucario, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. I couldn't hear the question. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties. Wait a second. Mr. Carr, you there, man?
Hold on. Let me
okay.
Let me get back on the
7-3. We are waiting. Once Mr. Lucario comes in, we
all right. Can you see me?
All right, now you're back. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and read that again, because you broke up.
All right, so let's get it again. All right, so we good. All right. So this question, it says, how can a dating coach tell you how to date if he's married? You and Steve are both married, so aren't you guys out of the game? So how can you guys give accurate information if both of you are out of the game? If you guys are not dating anymore, how can you give accurate information? Because the dating game seems to change all the time. All right, so what's your thoughts on that, Steve?
Man, hold on. I got a few things to say about that. Hold on. Okay. All right. First thing is that number one, I got a few answers. I'm not going to try to go long with, because I want you to definitely respond to this. What you guys have to understand is this, that me being married, Lucario having a woman, has nothing to do with what we're teaching you. Because what we're showing, like, let me give you an example. And I always use this example. Just because Jerry Rice is retired and someone throws him a football, what do you think he's going to instinctively do? He's going to go to his instincts. Here's your first problem. Your first problem is you're too worried about the messengers and not the message. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Because do I need to not be married? No. Listen. What I do and what I don't do in my personal life has nothing to do with what myself and Mr. Lucario teach you guys. Because again, look at the receipts. Because I always tell you, you don't have to believe me. Go to the testimonials. You don't have to fucking listen to anything I say. But I want to say two more things. What a lot of you guys are doing is that y'all keep saying things change. And that's y'all's biggest Achilles heel. Because the only thing that changes in this world is the weather and the fucking time. Those are the only things that change. You see, when you don't have the proper knowledge that you can get from a dating coach who knows what they're talking about, or which you ever want to call us, wherever you want to call us, is that we teach something called, for me, and I don't want to speak from Ms. Carter, but I'm sure I can. At the end of the day, we teach manhood. And I could be married, divorced, on Mars and teach manhood. Manhood is what you learn from whether it is the winter, the spring, the summer, or the fall. I teach men how to be men. Unfortunately, they just want to know how to get women. So that's what I teach them. But again, you have to be teachable, because it's one thing to question the teacher. It's another thing to question the knowledge. What you're doing is you're questioning the teachers and you're not looking at the knowledge. Because I say to anybody, if what I say doesn't work for you, go find somebody else who can show you. But I know my shit is ironclad because I've been doing this for way longer than you probably are even born. I've been doing this shit. I've been fucking since I've been messing around with women because I was in the bed naked with the babysitter at 9, could get my dick hard, but that's here nor there. I've been fucking since 13. Okay. I used to be a gigolo and I'm a happily married man, and I'm not ashamed to say that, but that's what I do. Who I am is what I teach these young men, how to be men and how to have a standard, not only with yourself, but with the outside world. See, your question here is you're so busy, you're bringing up women. What I teach, look, women play a part, but they're a perk. I teach you how to be a man, because that's the only way you're going to handle, control, and dictate your relationships to women. And because if to you feel because I'm married, I can't teach you anything, then go find somebody who can help you. But your problem is still going to be the same thing, because I can hear it in the question. Your problem is going to be this, and I'm sorry, Mr. Carr, for going long-winded. I'm going to throw it to you 1 second. Your problem is this, big guy, whoever wrote this. Your problem is you're going to be the guy that's going to hop from YouTube to YouTube to YouTube, trying to find answers to issues that are internal that you can't solve on a YouTube thing. So again, if you want to question me, you have every right to. Look, I'm standing on mine. I'm good on my end, but you don't need to question me. If the material I give you is not for you, then find someone else who can give you material. I'm sorry, Mr. Corey. I didn't mean to go too long. I just wanted to say that.
Nah, go in, shit. You know what I'm saying? What I would say to that question is, I would say, look at it like this, right? It's like saying that Michael Jordan,
yes,
can't do anything about basketball
because he's married, right?
Because he's not currently playing basketball. Does that make any sense? If you wanted to be a basketball player, are you trying to tell me that if Michael Jordan said, listen, I'm gonna give you some advice to not only be a basketball player, but be the best basketball player, but also understand the business of basketball, are you gonna say to him, well, you're not playing basketball now, so you can't give me any advice? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Two, for me personally, you know, I'm in an open relationship. So I'm married, plus I also see other women. You see what I'm saying? So I still have, you know, that aspect of the game going on. You see what I mean? But what a lot of guys don't understand too also is that before you even get married, you got a date.
Relationship, right.
Right. So how are you going to say it? You know what I'm saying? So you got a date before you even get married. So if a person who is married, see, it would be one thing. I could understand that argument if, let's say, you had a guy who only dated one woman and married that one woman. I could understand your point there. But if you have a guy that's been dating, doing this thing for years, you see what I'm saying? And he's giving you advice on this. And if he's married, first of all that's showing is that his skills when it comes to interacting with women is on a whole nother level, because he knows how to be in a situation with a woman to maintain that woman in that situation. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes, this is what a lot of guys think. See, approaching a girl, getting with a girl, going on a date with a girl, you understand? That's all cool in the game. That's cool, right? But do you have the skills to be able to keep a woman interested for the long term? You understand what I'm saying? But see, this is what happens. A lot of guys out there, they have this thing where they have little to no experience with women and they're having a really hard time getting girls. So they're like, oh, I don't care about that long-term stuff, blah, 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 because I just want to hit it and quit. I just want to have some sex, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you want to have some sex, But see, the principles that you need to learn in order to even acquire that, right? That comes from understanding, how to interact with a woman long enough to make that even happen in the first place. So when it comes to learning how to interact with women and doing certain things long enough to get girls to really be wanting to deal with you, a guy who's married and knows how to keep a woman interested for the long term, right, can tell you a lot of things and give you a lot of advice on how to be able to get a woman from point A to point B. You see what I'm saying? So it's all connected. You see what I mean? So the thing is that dudes, what's happening is that they're focusing, like you said, on the messenger instead of the message. You see what I mean? And so that's what's messing up a lot of guys is that, see, what they got to understand is this. I'm not really important in this. Steve the Dean is not really the important piece. Any other guy that you're looking at is not the important piece. It's not about the people. It's about the ideas. It's about the game. It's about the message. So focus on the message. That's what you got to focus on. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all will get caught up in the bullshit of personalities, but you're not focusing on the ideas and the messages that are going to help you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part you got to understand. You have to take the message that I'm telling you. Take the message Steve the Dean is telling you. Don't worry about all of the other, little goofy shit that's distracting you. That's what you got to understand. You see what I'm saying? So, that's my on that shit, man. It's like,
right. And a quick follow. And again, I wouldn't be, listen, if I didn't know what I was doing, I would probably be working now. But this is what I do for a living. This is what I've been doing for over 25 years, is I've been helping men all over the world. I've been married for 18, but I've been helping. And what I'm saying to you guys is this. Look, you want to know from guys like us, because number one, for a lot of you guys, some of y'all do want relationships, but sometimes y'all just not man enough to say what you want. Okay, that's here nor there. But what I am teaching you has nothing to do with marriage, because it's about manhood. A man is a man regardless of where he's doing and what he has and where he's at. And that's what a lot of you young men don't see. See, when the first time you say the game is changed, that tells me you have not been taught well, because somebody has lied to you. Because guess what? The wheel is just fine. The wheel worked way back in the 1800s, the 1900s, and on and on. The wheel works fine. The problem is, for a lot of you guys, is you don't understand you. So it's easy to question somebody who doesn't have. And again, I'm sure Mr. Carr can stand to this. If you want to question us, just do your homework. You can go to my page and listen to the lives I've changed. I'm good. I can stand on my shit. Lucario can stand on his shit. Because at the end of the day, me having a family, because again, I was arrogant and I want a legacy, but y'all don't even know about that shit yet. But my whole thing is this. Look, man, if you're worried about the message, then my stuff, I can't help you. I don't know about Mr. Carr. I'm saying I can't help you, because that tells me you're not focused on what you need to fix. Because regardless if Mr. Lucario has a wife and some chicks on the side, that's what look. You can't have or do what Mr. Lucario has, because you don't have the knowledge to get what Mr. Lucario is, what he possesses. You need to know. That's why, you know what, real quick, Lucario, back in the day, they used to have these things called the old heads, old school motherfuckers. Regardless if they were married, they'd sit on the corner of the block. They have a 40 with a bag on it, and they would just talk and teach knowledge. Even the great Rosebud Bitter Dose, the pimp from American Pimp, my boy, he's married. And man, I talking to him, he said that be some sucker shit. They gonna suck, he'd cuss him out, Mr. Lucario. But I'm just saying is this. Look, if you're worried about the message, then for me, this is not the place for you, because you're unteachable. I need somebody that wants to grow as a man, not question the messenger, but listens to the message, learns from the message, and grows from it. Mr. Lucario, you got it, man.
Right, real talk. And the last thing I wanted to say about that real quick is just I wanted to touch on the whole the game has changed. You understand? The thing is that the game hasn't really changed. It's just, I would say it's more like things have changed as far as technology goes, but the game is still the same. You know what I'm saying? Women still respond to masculine men. Women still respond to leadership. You understand? So even if you're on Tinder, you still need game to get that girl off of Tinder to come meet you. You see what I'm saying? You still need to do the things that's going to be able to, attract her. So it's not that the game isn't changing really. It's more so that you need to understand that there are things, there's a foundation that's always going to be the same when it comes to the dynamic between men and women in attraction. You see what I mean? But yeah, that's all I want to say about that. But yeah, Steve, you could go to the next question.
All right. Sounds good. Guys, I want to call in 515-605-9373 is the number. Here's the second one. Let me read this one. Okay, it says, a few nights back, I was hanging out with some friends and I was introduced to my friend's sister. Very cute blonde girl. We clicked right off from the back. Later on that night, her brother told me to get his sister's number because she thought I was cute and she really liked me. Fast forward a few hours later, I have her number and she never left my side the whole night, despite her brother and her other friend not being around as much. She must have been pretty comfortable with me because she began touching me more, and she responded to my gestures. We were again left by ourselves out in the patio. Excuse me. We kissed and all that, and let me see. Sent her on her way to the car for a little bit. She told me she told me she never does this kind of thing, and and let me see. I mean, just kind of gets like blah 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 blah. Okay, now here he goes. Now he said after he left her, he texted her joking about her giving him a fake number. And after some flirty back and forth, that I would see her soon on the first date, which she responded, sounds great to me. A day or two later, I texted her in the afternoon, paraphrase because I don't remember the exact words, strike two. Even though you tried to give me a fake number, I guess you have a second chance. Ha ha ha. What are you doing? And she didn't say anything. I was definitely puzzled as to why I didn't hear a response. So many questions, but here are a few of them. Why didn't she respond? Was it the lame text? And what's my course of action to get with her? I don't want to get stuck in the friend zone before I even start with her. I need some help. And 516 will bring you in after we answer the question, sir. Go ahead. Mr. Carr, you got it, sir. Oh my God, Mr. Carr, are you here? Oh man, hold on. Oh shit, let me hit the wrong button. Mr. Carr, are you there?
Man, look, you know what it is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening. What's up?
Yeah. Can you see me? Am I cutting out again?
Yeah. Wait. Well, no. Did you?
Am I cutting out again?
No. You sound fine. Did you
hear
the question though?
Can you see me?
Yeah. I hear you. Did you hit?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. Well, no, I can't see you though. Wait. Let me see. No, you're blank. Wait. No, you clicked it. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, you're coming in blank on this.
Yeah, I heard the question.
Okay. So yeah, go. If you want to reset yourself and come back in, go ahead. Or if you want to answer it, go right ahead.
You see me?
Can you see? Go ahead. Yeah.
Why am I coming?
Yeah, you're.
I'm gonna reset it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, okay, guys, y'all want to call in 515-605-9373 is the number. 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1. We'd love to have you in. All right, the bad boy's back. Okay, all right, go ahead, Ms. Carr. You have the floor, sir.
All right, real quick. So basically what I want to say is that first, a lot of guys got to understand that dealing with chicks it's like an art. You understand what I'm saying? So if let's say if you're painting a painting and you just throw paint all over the place, you understand what I'm saying? That's going to mess up the picture. You see what I mean? So you got to understand to make the right strokes at the right time and make sure that the painting comes out good. So I'm using that metaphor to say that sometimes when you start messing with girls and you do goofy stuff at the beginning, you might mess up the whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? So you might be mess up the whole thing for you in the end. So what I would say to him is, since all he really needs to do is hit her up, set up a date and a time for him and her to get together, and keep it simple. You understand what I'm saying? And which is what he should have did in the beginning. So I would say to him, just hit her up and say, yo, you know, what you doing next Friday? Let's get together. Let's do this. And then set that time so that him and her can make something happen so he can see her in person and make something go down. So I would say, you know, just do that. Just keep it simple. And a lot of guys got to stop all the weird, goofy stuff at the beginning and just get to the point so that they can actually deal with the girl. You see what I mean?
You know, some 516 will bring you in after this. Sometimes in life, the sun, the moon, and stars will line up for some of you guys, and you will be in a situation that you've never been in before. And I can tell with this email, Mr. Lucario, he hasn't. Because again, guys, we always preach to you guys that there are two great fears. One is the fear of failure, which you're used to, but the other one is the fear of success, which a lot of you are not used to. And you can tell in this thing, because if she was already hugging and kissing and all this other stuff, why in the sand blue fuck would I send a text to her saying, you know, even though you tried to give me a fake number, your second chance? That's got to be, listen, let me explain something to you guys. I'm going to tell you this, and yeah, even the married man, Steve the Dean Williams, going to tell you this shit. He has met you before. That means your behaviors are going to tell her what kind of person you are in the bedroom. And if she is already messing around with you, why would you even think about sending her a text about giving me a fake number? Remember, she was okay with it the first time, but she was like, okay. But then what you did is you reinforced it and did it again. Like you did. Listen, women like to be led, period. There's no comma here. Women like to be told what you have in store, what you want to do. They don't want you to feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And when you send them messages like, even though you tried to give me a fake number, I guess I give you a second chance. Ha ha ha. What are you doing? She knows right then and there that you don't know how to handle the pussy. You don't know how to handle her. And if she gave you the opportunity, which she did, you failed. And that's the problem with you guys. This is why y'all have the problems. Because you think because you take one step forward, you know the game. You think you guys really, do you know, understand something? Let me break something down to real quick before we break. I'm sorry, Ms. Carr. I just want to say one thing. The game is infinite, meaning you will never stop learning until the day you die as a man. Your problem is you haven't even got into the infinite stage because you still have this world is flat world. The world is flat thinking that you can be goofy with a woman that's already giving you signs she wants to give you the pussy. She wants to give you the pussy. But you know what they do on the choreo? They sit back and say, let me see what he does. Let me see how he behaves. I gave him some samples by kissing him and touching him. Let me see what he does. And because you guys don't know how to talk dirty to women, you don't know how to eat pussy, you don't know how to make out, kiss, or anything like that. You don't even know about your dirty, freaky, nasty, romantic, and seductive sides. You don't know anything about that shit because you know what? Hey, what do two old motherfuckers that are married know, Miss Lucario? You don't know. But I'm just saying. That's the issue, and that's why you don't win. Mr. Carr, you got your rebuttal, then we have a call, sir, whenever you're ready.
Right. No, that's what I was going to say. I think his problem real quick is that he did the mistake that most guys make is where they feel like they need to do a lot of extra stuff in order to get her, where they need to do all this banter and all this QT type of talk and all this like weird flirting, when all he needed to do was just really set the date and keep the shit pushing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all you guys got to do. Just get to the point and keep that shit moving. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yes. So let's see here. All right, let's get to the next call. Area code 516. Guys, y'all want to call in, press 1. We got y'all in. 516. You're on the line with Mr. Lucario and Steve. What you got for us, fam?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Steve. So I had a first date with this girl over the weekend, and what do you call it? It went well. I ended up making out with her at the end of the night, and I'm just wondering. I have a date with her again on Friday. I'm wondering what to do in the meantime because I was kind of at a loss of what to text her and even like what to do on the second date.
I'll let you go first, Mr. Cario.
So wait, so so you said you went on a first date with her, and then you said you have a date coming up on Friday, and you don't know what you're doing yet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay, and so she's already confirmed and said she's going to see you on Friday, right?
Yeah, she did. We set a date and the time.
Okay, so so you have to figure out and find a place or a situation that you want to take her to, because you have to have that already in. So you have a place in mind that you want to take her?
I'm really not sure because like I know Steve was talking about like like the first date was feeding the ducks or like coffee or tea. I already went to like tea with her, so like I'm trying to figure out like what to do next because like I'm not really sure like what will be good or not.
Okay, so you say you took her to tea already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so how about you go and get some drinks with her on Friday night? You seeing her at nighttime in the evening?
Yeah, we also did that like after the tea. So like
okay, you went to go get some tea. You went to go. Okay, so now do you want to what do you want to do ultimately with this chick? Like, are you trying to smash on Friday? Like, what you trying to do?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do on Friday.
Okay, so look, this is what you're gonna do, right? What I want you to do is, are you trying to take her back to your place?
I have my own place, but she has hers, so like that's what I'm trying to do, like get back to her place somehow.
Okay, wait. So you say you have your own place?
I don't have my own place, but she has her own place, so I want to go back to her place.
Damn, okay. Shit. Okay. All right. So look, this is what you're gonna do. Do you know the area she lives in?
Brooklyn. Yeah,
okay, so what you're gonna do is what you do. You find a spot near where she lives, right? Now, it doesn't really matter what you do. You could take her to get a drink, you could get a bite to eat, it don't fucking matter. What you do is take her to a place near where she lives, take her to do something. That's something, whatever it is, you got to figure out whatever that is what you want to do. I would say, truthfully, to take her another place to get a drink, because the drink usually creates the sexual tension in the situation where you can build that sexual tension. So now if you take her to get a drink again, and then you get in touchy-feely, you kissing her and all that other shit. Did you kiss her on the first date? Did y'all kiss and touch and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now you're going to do that again. You're going to kiss and touch all of that. And then what you're going to say is, hey, let's go back to your place. You understand what I'm saying? If she doesn't tell you first, you say, let's go back to your place. But make sure you're at a place near her place, because you want it to be the closer, the better. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to figure out now a place to take her. You understand what I'm saying? So that's your job at this point, because you got to remember, anytime when you're going on a date, you have to be the one to orchestrate that. You have to have all your ducks in a row ready. You have to already know what the plan is. You see what I'm saying? Because did you when you told her to meet up on Friday, did you what did you say though? Because if you say let's get together again on Friday, you didn't tell her a place or a time or nothing. Like how is that even working? What did you tell her for Friday?
Yeah, no, I mean I didn't. I just told her, are you doing anything on Friday? And she was like, nah, we can hang out on Friday at this time. But I didn't set a time or a place.
So wait, so basically hold on. So you asked her if she free on Friday. Hold on, you asked her if she free on Friday. She said yeah, and then what did you say after that?
I'm gonna look right now.
Oh gosh.
Because it sounds like you ain't got no date set up.
No,
that's what it sounds like.
Off my mind. Friday is good. Friday works for me. Blah blah. And I was like, she's like, okay, what time? 7 good? And I said, yeah, 7 is perfect. And she said, okay. I didn't text her back though because I wasn't really. I didn't know what what to do.
Oh my God. 516. Where you live at, dog?
New York.
Okay, can you take me to the New York Park in a quiet area and shoot me in the back of my medulla oblongata and just kill me now? Just give me, just destroy me.
I know I fucked
Because
up.
I'm gonna hand it to you real quick because I know I see you ready to go in.
dog. All right, look. Do you have the conversation classes or anything? The ultimate date? Do you have
I
any
have
product?
the toolkit.
Okay, you had the toolkit. Okay. You should already you did you study the branch? Because this okay.
Yeah,
What did she say to you? She said, I'm thinking about you, right? Right?
right.
Okay.
And I made a little bit of a joke out of it, but I didn't
But
really
that's
go too far into it.
I don't need a joke when she say I'm thinking about you. I need you to take what she's saying and saying, you know what? You need to get those dirty thoughts out of your head because you got to wait until we see each other this weekend. You see what I'm saying? See, here's the thing that you guys don't do. When do you ever cook steak? You ever cook your steak on a grill?
Yeah, man.
One of the things they tell you to do is what? Marinate it, right? Before you throw it on the grill, because after you do that, when you slice it, it's real tender, right? You have to listen. You did great. I'm glad you. Good thing on the date. Good moving from the coffee to the drink. That's good. Got kisses. All that's wonderful. Now it's time to move up the mountain. Now don't be like that last guy that emailed us. Be like, hey, you know that goofy ass shit he said. No, look. If you are trying to fuck, then the language has got to change towards fucking and not joking around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is today is Monday. Today is Tuesday. I'm sorry, fucking love. Today is Tuesday. You have your date on Saturday, right? Friday. So between now and Friday, this is where you got to. This is where remember you look. You have your choice between your fun, your flirty, your dirty, naughty, sensual, sexy, romantic. You got to learn that. I mean, I know I'm throwing shit at you, but I'm saying this is where a lot of guys go wrong because you're doing good right now. But what you got to do is better now. It's got to be like, you know what? What's going on, sexy? How you doing? You know what? I know you was telling me the other day you were thinking about me, but you know what? You got to calm down on that because look, you just can't have me just yet because I don't know you very well. I'm not that kind of guy. See, you giggled. So what do you think she gonna do? You see what I'm saying? You gotta make it where, look, I like Mr. Lucario said, I want to spend some time with you and all this other stuff. But if you're doing it right, I need you to get to her place where you can either make something for her or chill out of her place. Now, you didn't say she said she wanted to get with you, but y'all didn't say where. Am I correct?
That's correct.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and watch some Netflix? Why not go ahead and why not go to the store and get some chicken and something? Let me cook for you. Let me cook something at your place. Why? Because the kitchen is one step away from the bedroom. We got to get you in the house to be able to get the pussy. Because right now you don't know how to get it from where you're at right now. Now you're getting close, but again, this is where the kissing 101 comes in. This is where the makeout product comes in. Why? Because right now, what a lot of you guys don't know, when you're with women, you're giving them samples of what it's going to be like with you in bed. You see what I'm saying, 516? So you got to wow her with the kissing. You got to wow her with the making out to her where she says, you know what? Why don't we just stay in? Let's not go anywhere. Why don't you just come over and we'll just hang out, watch some TV? That's saying, why don't you come over and fuck me? That's all she's saying without saying it at all. But what you got to do now, between now and Saturday, is you got to don't be joking with her because now she wants to see what you about. Start talking to her, flirt with her more, but let her know, look, you know what? Remember what I told you. This is very important because 3, 2, 1, we got you in a second. Very important. Remember, I always told you, if you put your self first above all things, okay, you are allowed to talk about her body. You are allowed to tell her how sexy she looks and how nice she smells and how great it was to kiss her. Why? Because you're not thirsty. But if you are afraid of her and you're putting her first, don't say that shit. Don't. If you needy, don't say that shit. Only when you put yourself above her, you can do anything you want to do because you're standing on your principles at that point, okay? So what I'm saying to you, young man, is look, if you want to do it like Mr. Carr said, if you want to do drinks again, do drinks again. But what I would suggest is, I got a great idea. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just chill out, watch some Netflix? We get some Chinese food or something like that. But if you're not that assertive to where you want to bring it to her place, get close to somewhere close to her place. Then when you're messing around with her, say, come on, let's get out of here. Let's go do something. Okay?
All right, man.
All right, well, we'll throw you back in the queue, man. We appreciate you, man. If y'all want to call in,
thanks a lot, man.
No, we got you, fam. We got you, man. Hey, man, we want you to fuck. Listen, we want you to fuck, but listen, we want them to want to fuck you. We want them to want you, not the other way around. Okay. So we got 8 more minutes. We got another call in. Let me try to refresh to bring the caller in. All right, we'll put you in and let's bring in the next caller. Area code 321. You're on, Mr. Lucario and Steve, sir. What's up?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Joe?
What up?
Yeah, what's your question? What's up, big dog?
Oh no, I'm just chilling. I'm just jumping back into the game, man. I'm hearing what y'all talking about. And this generation now, with these women now, I be hearing stories. They start to flake. So what can I? I need to quit in and out. I'm trying to avoid that situation of being flaked on. I know I'm gonna get flaked on, but I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back into the game, so now I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see how it is out there now. But from hearing what I'm hearing y'all show, man, it's a lot of mess going on with the dating scene now.
You want to go first, Lucario, or shall I?
Y'all go. So you saying you want to know how to avoid getting flaked on? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm getting back into the game, and I don't want to get flaked on too much. So I'm looking like for a quick, like in and out, like introducing myself, buttering up, not buttering them up, but just give them comfortable, just for a good conversation. It can lead to something a little more, like later on down the week. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It don't have to be a day. It could be a quick coffee, or whatever. But
right.
But I don't want to get flaked on too much.
Well, the thing is with flakiness, you know, that's something that's out of your control. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, but you know, because you're just gonna have girls who are just gonna flake regardless. That's just it is what it is. Because sometimes you flaking.
I muted them real quick because there's a lot of background noise. But stay there, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Cool. Yeah. So real quick, what I want to say is that sometimes the flaking, you know, it's something that you can avoid because sometimes the flaking has nothing to do with you. But what I would say though is, when you're talking with women, you feel what I'm saying? As long as whenever you're being as clear and concise as possible about actually making something happen or setting something up, that's when you're going to have less flaking. You understand? So this is why I tell guys, look, when you talk to the girl, give her your number, get her number, whatever it is, and set something up that's definite so that she knows that this is supposed to be happening at this day, at this time. So the more concrete you are with what you're doing, then it's easy for her to follow you. You understand? A lot of times the flakiness will happen, excuse me, because there's guys who don't know how to set shit up, who don't know how to actually move forward and make something happen. So you got to be more on point with what you're doing, and then you're going to get less flakiness just in the long run. And also, it's also how you're coming at the girl too, because if you're coming at the girl real weak, real needy, you're not confident or whatever, sometimes these girls will give you the number or sort of like just, entertain you for a while, but they're not really, really interested in really seeing you. And that happens because of how you're coming at the interaction at the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? So, Steve, what's your thoughts on that though?
I gotta ask him and anybody this $1 million question, because I'm gonna tell you why they're gonna flake on you. I'm gonna ask you a question and break some shit down. Now listen, the $1 million question I ask all you guys. You took a moment and you looked in the mirror and you asked yourselves, what's so special about you? What is it about you that separates you from everybody else 9 times out of 10, most of you guys cannot answer that question. And that's why they will flake on you. Because what Mr. Lucario and myself are trying to teach you guys is to have what we call a self-definition. That means how you define yourself. Because it's at the end of the day, it's all about you. 3, 2, 1. I see you in there. I want you to listen. Okay. Self-definition. The next thing is having self-awareness of understanding why it is you do what you do. For a lot of you guys, y'all don't have a self-definition. The second thing is you don't even have a self-concept of yourself. Is how you see yourself. That's why they're going to flake on you. And last but not least, none of you have self-focus. That means that you go out there, you get flaked on. But the question is once you get flaked on, do you go home and reassess what you did right and what you did wrong? And for a lot of you guys out there, this is why they're going to flake on you, because y'all just don't know how to get your point across. Now, I was talking to Miss Lucario earlier today about Killmonger on Black Panther. Our hero. It's Miss Lucario, my hero. But the thing I loved the most about him was this. He had a self-definition. He had self-awareness. He had a self-concept and self-focus. Why? Because he knew what the fuck he wanted and he knew how to go about getting it, and he didn't let anything stand in his way. And Mr. Carr, I just want to throw this on you. When he first got into Wakanda, he didn't say, well, hey, this is a nice place. How you guys doing? What can I eat? That motherfucker came in and said, I want the throne. How many of you guys have that attitude of I want it all? You can't have that if you don't know you. If you are so in this, and I just want to say this real quick. If you guys are what you guys are doing, you're so busy jumping from YouTube to YouTube to YouTube, fixing outside things, but never fixing yourself internally.
Right.
This is the problem. Fixing yourself internally, because guess what? You're gonna be, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna get flaked on, used, and all this other stuff because y'all think that these women have changed. No, they haven't changed. They're just sick of weak ass motherfuckers. They don't have time for it because they see so many of you guys that either they will be teachers that fuck with little kids because they want to form a man, or it's rare they see a man, so they gonna do whatever they gotta do. So what I'm saying to you guys is look in the mirror and ask yourselves, what separates you from every other dick that talks to her before you, after, and during? And if you say you don't know and you don't have an idea, then you will understand why you get flaked on. Miss Lucario? I think did we lose my dog again, Mr. Lucario? You there, fam? Oh man, Mr. Lucario. Let's see here. Oh, he froze up. All right, let's see if we can bring him.
Okay, that's some real shit, because and the thing I want to add to that is,
wait,
you still see me?
No, you froze up. You just hang up and come back in. Just hang up and come back in. We'll bring you in. Reset it again if you can. And again, 515-605-9373 is a number. We only got 6 minutes to go. 202, if you want to have a question, just press 1. We'll bring you in. But we'll wait for Mr. Lucario to come in. But this is what we're trying to show you guys, that this thing has nothing to do with these motherfucking bitches. Stop making this shit about the woman. It's about you. It's you. What do you have to offer her? All right, Mr. Carr, you back on? Go ahead, sir.
Back, yeah. My internet's acting fucking crazy today. But anyway, so now what I wanted to add to that real quick, what you were saying is that a lot of times the flakiness happens because what guys got to understand is that women are trying to choose the best dude.
Yes,
they're trying to choose the best out of who they're dealing with. So if you're not the best version of yourself, that's going to make it easier for her to flake on you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that guys got to understand. So it's like, you know, when you're the best version of yourself, that's what's going to make the girls want to actually continue to fuck with you and deal with you and be on that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But if you're like you said, if you don't know what you're about, if you don't know what you want, if you don't know who you are, if you're not really on top of your stuff, this is why we talk about manhood. is that you got to be on top of your shit so that she recognizes that, she sees that, because this is what a lot of guys do. They'll say, I want to get a whole bunch of money. I want to get the cars. I want to get the jewelry. But see, that doesn't make you stand out, because what happens when another dude comes through with the car and the jewelry, and another guy comes through with the car and the jewelry and the money? Y'all all looking the same. So what separates you? You see what I'm saying? And so if you don't have that thing that separates you, and what separates you is you. But if you don't know who the fuck you are and you don't know what you're about, then how is she gonna gravitate to that? You understand what I'm saying? Because you have to ask yourself, like you said, what makes you different? If you don't know what makes you different, she's not gonna know what makes you different. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're just blending with everybody else. And then so there's no incentive for her to really go on that date with you, because when another dude comes through on the same day that you just asked her out today, another dude asked her out today, and y'all asked her out for the same day, she's gonna bump you off for the next dude who knows what he's about. So that's what I wanted to throw in there. You feel me?
Yeah, and y'all are so busy messing with trying to build your empire. We're nobody, Miss Lakari and myself are never telling you not to build your empire, but build your empire for you. Never build anything for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy clothes because you think women like it. Don't buy a nice car and put rims on it because you think women are going to be attracted to it. Don't have the nice house. Don't flaunt your money because you think you'll get women, because then you're showing them you're standing on outside things like the normal, regular cookie cutter. Build your empire. Build your kingdom, but do it for you. Don't do it for nobody. And that's y'all's problem. Y'all are too busy looking to the outside world for internal issues. Money is not going to be a substitute. Money, cars, clothes, and doing shit for women is not going to be a substitute for your shitty ass personality or your weak personality. The fact that you don't know how to be witty, funny, flirty, or sexy. That's not going to substitute that shit. That's if you give them money, that's what's going to attract them, and that's what they're going to use you for until your resources are gone, and then they're going to fuck somebody else, or they will take your resources and fuck Mr. Lucario on the side.
Right?
Because Miss Lucario could be working at fucking the court. Look, Miss Lucario could be one of those bit. I know he ain't this. I'm just using this as Miss Lucario could be that motherfucker holding up a billboard with the Statue of Liberty costume on, flipping that bitch around, making like $5 an hour, fucking the baddest bitches. Because it's not about who he is on the outside. It is the man within himself. It is the king. It is the warrior. It is the lover. And y'all motherfuckers don't even know about that shit. But we married men, so we don't know about that shit. What the fuck do we know? But we got another call, sir. What the fuck do we know? All right, we got a few minutes left. Area code 954. You're on with Steve and Miss Lucario. What's your question, sir?
Hello, Steve. What's going on?
Yes, you're on with Miss Lucario and myself. What's good?
What up?
First of all, I'd like to I'd like to thank y'all for being like the only brothers on YouTube with a logical approach to this, to this manly mindset, like the woman and everything like that. My question is, me being a younger brother, like, I finished school, I started my own business, and to piggyback on what you were saying earlier about having self-identity, I believe I had that, the morals and everything, but my issue is not so much with getting the women, it's me keeping my interest in a woman. Because like you said, you a married man, like ultimately that's the goal. I know I'm young, I can fuck around, but I'm trying to find somebody I can build something with to, because having multiple women ain't always the move. So how am I expecting too much in a woman mentally as far as intelligence, or am I just not being patient enough to mold a woman's mind? Like I want to know, like, how would you approach it when you're trying to find something long term?
All right, Mr. Carr, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just say that, make sure that you're on top of your shit and understand what you want, and don't sort of dumb down your situation or don't settle to the extent when it comes to you being in a long-term situation with a woman. Because the thing is, you want to expect a woman to be on point. You understand? You want to expect that. Now, you're going to have certain women that you can get with that are sort of coachable. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that they might not, you see a potential in them. You see what I mean? So you could coach them, you can upgrade their mind, do all that type of stuff. But at the same time, what it is that you have to be able to, find that type of chick. You have to sort of like, question her. You have to evaluate her. You have to see what type of girl you're dealing with. And then if she's up to your standard, then you continue and, make something happen with that woman. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just more so you figuring out what you want, peeping out how the girl that you're dealing with, relates to that and cooperates with that. And then if she's up to your standard, then you keep that shit, pushing with her. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just really being perceptive with it. You know what I mean?
954.
No, I get it, but like,
wait, 954.
Hello?
Are you watching this live right now?
Yes, sir. It's in the background.
All right. Okay. All right. Look. All right. I had to go get this. Let me show you. Let me tell you something, young man. This thing that I have on my shoulder is my last name, is my legacy. It is all about me and my respect. This right here, this belt that I have on my shoulder. The $1 million question is what the fuck do you have to offer me? What the fuck are you bringing to the table to even be worthy?
And that's me asking her that question, correct?
Yes. Listen. Look, she's got to be. What is she bringing to the table other than her ass and titties? What are you doing? Whatever you bringing, is it going to bring more to my life, or is it going to take away from my life? You need, and this is what. Remember, we're not even making it about the bitch. I don't mean to say bitch, but every time I get around Mr. Lucario, you get me all excited and call it's not about. It's not about the bitch. It's about what you want. Every one of you guys, you need to know what it is you expect of her, because if we're in a relationship, you then become a representation of my last name. You then become a representation of what I expect. So again, it's not about her. It's about what you expect of her and what can she bring to the table that brings things to your kingdom instead of taking it away. So then you need, look, if she's going for the job, she's got to prove her worth. And she has no value and worth until she proves it. Now, again, if you just fucking her, that's one thing, but you're looking for somebody you might want to settle down with. So this means this: you don't get my nut, you don't get my last name, you don't get my time. You be lucky if you get my respect. If you ain't shit, if you ain't bringing anything to this table, then you don't got none of my time. And that's what a lot of young men. Again, we're talking about guys that want relationships, not guys that want to fuck. Relationships. But you gotta have that arrogant attitude with every woman that you want to get in a relationship with, because if you don't, they're gonna treat you like, I know you got boys who in relationship with girls, they yell and scream and they disrespect them.
Exactly.
Well then, no, you can't get the belt, because every bitch out
there. No, that's the thing. I don't want that. I don't want that. See, that's the issue, right? Because I'm only 24, but I was raised in a very traditional household, so I feel like a lot of things that I expect from a woman that I seen from the woman in my household, I don't see it in these women in my generation.
You're right. Stop. You're right. Let me tell you why. Because there are too many bitch ass dudes out there.
Exactly.
See that shit. Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, you're 1,000% right. But let me ask you the $1 million question. What the shit does that have to do with the motherfucker who got the belt right here? Wait. See, here's your problem. Stop worrying about the next man. Don't worry about how those bitches treat all the motherfucking guys. Worry about how she handles you. Because look, she can treat the next man like shit and treat Mr. Lucario kissing and rubbing his feet.
Right.
She can yell and scream at the next man, but when she get up with Mr. Lucario, she give him respect. You know what the difference is? Because Mr. Lucario's got that belt on his shoulder. Mr. Lucario knows who the fuck he is. Mr. Lucario knows what he's going to put up and what he's not going to put up with. So don't be like them, young man. Don't worry about how these women treat everybody else. That's your problem. You're too busy worried about what they do to the next man. Worry about what they do to you and you only, sir. Mr. Lucario, what you got on that, fam?
Now, real talk, because I see what he's saying about how there's a lot of women out there. It's almost like you're saying, look, it's hard to find those chicks. You understand what I'm saying? But see, what you got to understand is this is what we talked about earlier about the game and how the more things change, the more they stay the same. Because what happens is that the girl's gonna come at you based off how you come at her. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple. So the thing is, a woman's gonna treat you differently if she sees you're that different type of guy. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when a person, let's say even a woman, let's say a woman works for a company. A woman could be the most bitchiest, asshole type of woman, but when she works at a certain place and she steps in that building, she's on point. She's courteous because she's trying to get that check. She knows the rules of the fucking company. She acts right because that company has set the standard for her to act a certain way. So it's the same thing when you deal with women. When you approach a woman and you let her know this is the standard that I'm setting, and she will react in that way to where she's going to listen. And if she doesn't listen, you kick her to the curb. You see what I mean? So all you're doing is really finding the woman who's going to be like that. But it starts with you first asserting yourself in that direction. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
954.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. I think I got some clarity on it.
All right, last thing I want to say, 954, to you real quick before we wrap this up. I just want to say this to you.
Yeah.
The best thing going for you right now is these women treating these motherfuckers like bitches. Let me tell you something. Yeah. It's the best thing going for you. Why? Because Miss LaCar, can I tell him about fishing? Can I show him? Can I teach him about fishing real quick? Hold on. Let me show you about fishing real quick. Let me play this so you can hear this and understand what I'm saying. Listen to this.
Fish?
Listen.
No. People who don't fish think that fishing is lazy or boring, but it is the complete opposite. There are 100 little decisions to be made, variables to be considered, and you're never quite sure what made the difference. Did I cast too high, too far to the left? Did I reel it in too slow or too fast? Is the lure too shiny or too dull? Do I stay here or should I go over there? And it's not luck, but you do not know by how much. People are predictable, unchanging, monotonous. They use the same language. They offer the same excuses. They make the same mistakes. People are endlessly disappointing because you hope they won't be. This was all predictable, all disappointing. This is why I am fishing, because I am never disappointed out here, because I don't expect anything, because anything is possible. I can be hopeful out here, even in failure.
Now, let me stop right there. What I'm trying to say is this. Yeah. These motherfucking humans are fucking you. Look, if I was in your shoe, I'd be crying right now because I love how women are treating these motherfuckers. Why? Because they ain't gonna treat me that way. Yeah, right. And when they notice, when they notice me, they're gonna be so hooked into the bait that they ain't gonna look at the hook that's attached to it. Because that's how we separate this, myself and Mr. Cario. That's how we separate ourselves from everybody else. Everybody else is bitching about how these women are treating the next man and treating them because they're predictable, they're boring, and they don't know themselves. So they're supposed to get treated like bitches. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's supposed to be. So
right.
I understand that, but like, all right, so let me give you a quick example, and I know you guys are gonna end the show soon, so I'll make it quick. I understand what you're saying. That's why especially because like I'm from a pretty decent family, so when women get around my family, they try to act, and try to look, try to act classy and things like that. But it's to a certain point where I see they're willing, but they don't have it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking you: are my standards set too high, or do I have to mold them? Because I'm living in almost like a real traditional state of mind where maybe women nowadays weren't trained to act like that or things like that. So maybe it's on me.
It is on you. It is on you because you got to train them. Number one. And why the fuck, if she's not worthy, why the fuck is she meeting your parent? What? Look, she must climb
You're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now? She must climb. She must climb the mountain. She must climb the mountain and slay the Minotaur. before she even gets an opportunity to see your family. That is your problem. You are giving her gifts of things she has not even earned or done anything to acquire. Why is she meeting your family? You know she ain't shit. You feel weird about her. So why are you rewarding her bad behavior?
It's not like off the rip. It's just I'll use that as a test. You see what I'm saying? To see how she acts around.
No, wrong test.
You know what I'm
saying? Wrong test.
Okay.
Wrong test. Because you know what the test you need to see is what kind of woman she's going to be. Is she going to bring something to your kingdom or not? Don't ever bring a woman around your family because you're going to give the impression that she's worth some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Corey, what do you got on that, sir?
Mm-hmm. Now, real talk, I was gonna say that too, because the thing is, you got to see what type of girl you're dealing with before you even bring her to that situation. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you got to first know and see, okay, this girl, because you have to test her. You see what I'm saying? Before you bring her into any of those situations anyway. You see what I mean? So before you bring her to your family, you should have already known that she's this type of girl or that type of girl. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing right there. You gotta evaluate her before you even get her to go to that next level. You see what I'm saying? So
she need to go visit your dick. She need to go visit your dick. Fuck visiting your family. Come visit this dick in my balls. That's all you get right there. Don't ever test a woman. Listen, the test is how she behaves around you.
Right.
That test. The test is not taking her to the family. The test is seeing if she's worthy enough to even know about the family before she meets him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Doing way too much. Okay? Never bring them motherfuckers around your family. Make them work hard to get your last name, your sperm, and most importantly, as Mr. Carter will say, your time.
Right.
Time. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we got to grab one more call because we got to go and everything. But
I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a great day.
I respect to you, man. Real quick, Mr. Carter, last call, 321. Do you have another question or are you just listening? Oh, my God.
Man, I didn't hear a word what y'all said.
Well, you just got to.
I'm so lost, man.
All right, you got. Of course, you're lost. That's why you need to go to Mr. Lucario's website and my website to learn.
Yeah, I see. I'm just have to get one of y'all programs because the game don't change. Because,
no,
man,
sir,
totally different,
sir. The only thing that has changed is your age and the weather. The game is not. Listen, these bitches are, and I don't mean to call them bitches. I'm just hanging out with Mr. Carter and I'm trying to impress him and shit. But these bitches are still the same bitches that were in the 1800s, 730 BC, and the same bitches that you're gonna see in the year 3824. They will never change. Okay. What changes has got to be you. The bitches are going to only behave based on your principles. Your principles, not the next man, not your friend, not your uncle, not your brothers, how you act. Because if they treat them, they're not going to treat me the way they treat you. Fuck that. Or Lucario. You see what we're saying?
Oh, okay.
All right, so we got to throw you back in, Mr. Lucario. What you got? Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. What you got for him before we wrap this up, fam? Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say about well, I said the back, you can hear that? You hear the background? All right, so now I was gonna say, like, you know, just with the whole thing about guys worrying about the game changing, all you need to know is that, look, a woman is gonna respond to masculinity, period. It's really that simple. That's not gonna change. It's like, think about it like this. Do you think your desire to have sex with women is going to change? It's never going to change. You still going to have that. You understand? It just is what it is. So you got to understand that aspect and put yourself in position to get what you want with that knowledge and understand that. You feel what I'm saying? Because now when you start thinking the game is changing with all this other extra stuff, what it is that you start doing other weird stuff because you think you need to do something totally off the wall in order to make something happen. And it's like, nah, you ain't got to really do all of that. You understand? The basis of what we're doing it's basically the same thing. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, just a different day. That's all it is. You feel what I mean? So you got to understand that. So that's all I want to say about that. You feel me?
Yes, and you know what? The thing is, a lion is always a lion, man. Even in the back of the day, look, it's nature. It is in a woman's DNA and her nature to want to procreate with the fucking alpha. Not the bitch ass beta, but here's the thing: the reason they procreate with these bitch ass betas is because they can't find alphas. They can't find men anymore. That's why they do that shit, and why they fucking sleeping in your bed, not your bed, 321. Why they sleeping in you cookie cutters beds? They fucking Lucario on the side. They sucking Lucario's dick. They doing everything with Lucario because you know what? They trying to get with a man. And that's the problem with y'all guys. Y'all are too busy worrying about the wrong shit instead of saying, how do I separate myself from every other motherfucker out there? Stop being the sheep. Stop following the other sheep in the herd, because all they're going to teach you is to go over that fucking cliff to your demise. Mr. Carr, you got it, sir. Why you went in this, brother?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, I just want to let you guys know, make sure that you guys, go to MrLocario.com to get tickets to my seminar, which is coming up, called The Truth About the Game. Make sure you guys get that. It's dropping in April. Also, make sure you guys go to Bad Boy Membership to join the membership, and make sure you get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm done.
All right, guys, make sure y'all go to www.themanmindset.com. We have a membership also. Check out the membership details and all that other stuff as well. And we have a show tonight. We'll be doing just answering questions at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an hour. So at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where's that 7? That's 7 East? No, motherfucker, I'm sorry. 7 East. My bad. Shit. 7 East. I'm sorry. 7 East. Myself and Greg Doss will be on answering questions. But I'm just letting all the Man Mindset members know we have already recorded some information, and we'll give that out and let y'all know about that when we do the show. Anyway, we will be back next week, Mr. Lucario and myself. We thank you. We'll be back here on Tuesday, same time. And just holler back at us, man. We out this bitch, Mr. Lucario.
Hey, peace. Later.
Peace out, guys. Y'all take care, man. Peace.